Hello and welcome to Live Health 247. Hello, my name is Dr. David and I am 60 years old. For more than 3 decades, I have worked with thousands of patients in their 50s, 60s, and even 80s. And there is one story I have seen repeated so many times that I simply cannot ignore it. It is the story of our legs. Have you ever felt this way? You wake up in the morning, place your feet on the floor, rise from bed, and suddenly feel your legs trembling, no longer as steady as they once were. Or when going down the stairs, you have to grip the railing tightly, afraid of missing a step. Many people think, this must be aging. It's normal. But I want you to pause for a moment. Is it truly just age? Or is your body sending out a cry for help that we've been ignoring? One of my patients, Mary, age 74, once said something that has haunted me ever since. Doctor, my legs don't feel like mine anymore. It wasn't intense pain she felt, but rather a deep sense of loss, of disappointment. Because when the legs lose their strength, a person loses their freedom. No longer able to stroll in the garden, no longer daring to take a grandchild to the park. Even stepping out just to buy a cup of coffee becomes a challenge. Can you imagine that loneliness and helplessness? I want you to imagine this. Our legs are like the roots of a tree. If the roots are weak, the trunk wavers, and the branches above cannot remain steady. But here's the key. Those roots can be nourished again. They do not vanish simply because we age. And science has shown me this, time and time again, through countless patient stories. Once, an elderly man in his 80s came to see me. He said, I don't want to burden my children anymore. I just want to walk on my own with dignity. We began with small changes, proper nutrition, a few key vitamins, gentle daily exercises. 3 months later, he returned, walking into my office without a cane. His face lit up, as if his 70s had returned. And I realized what people need is not just leg strength, but also the belief that their body still has the power to heal. Science calls the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength sarcopenia. It creeps in silently over the years, and if we don't pay attention, one day we simply tell ourselves, I guess I just have to accept it. But the truth is otherwise. I have seen many patients who, by adjusting their diet and adding back the nutrients their bodies were missing, especially calcium, vitamin D, vitamin C, omega-3, magnesium, and vitamin B12, regain remarkable leg strength. No miracle, just the body finally receiving the fuel it had been craving. I know that beyond age 60, we are no longer chasing grand achievements. What we seek are simple things: an afternoon walk without fear of tripping, a morning where we rise from bed without pain, or simply the quiet confidence of saying, I am still in control of my legs. And to achieve that, sometimes all it takes is a small change in our daily habits. Do you remember the last time you sat on your porch, breathing in the fresh morning air? In that moment, your skin was not only feeling the sunlight, but also creating vitamin D, a silent ally for strong bones and healthy muscles. Or every time you eat a handful of walnuts, a piece of salmon, your body is receiving omega-3, those good fats that soothe the silent inflammation in your knees. These small, simple things form the foundation that allows us to keep walking strong. I tell you this not to give false hope. I have personally witnessed hundreds of patients, people who once believed they would never walk as before, gradually regain their strong steps in just weeks to months. And I believe if they can do it, so can you. I want you to ask yourself, am I ready to give my body another chance? If the answer is yes, then our journey begins today. Not with massive changes, but with small steps, daily meals, and simple yet right habits. Remember, our legs are not just tools for walking. They are memories. They are freedom. They are the bridge that takes us to life's joys. They have carried you through countless seasons, through ups and downs. And now they deserve your care, your nourishment, and the chance to be renewed. In the next few minutes, I will share with you the 6 most important vitamins for nourishing your legs after age 60, along with small but powerful habits. I believe that when you understand and apply them, you will notice a clear change, not only in your legs, but also in your confidence and spirit. And so if you've ever felt your legs growing weaker, if you've worried about losing your freedom, stay with me, because I want to remind you of this. Aging does not mean the end of strength. On the contrary, it can be the beginning of a new journey, a journey where we learn to listen, to nourish, and to love our bodies more than ever before. Do you remember when I talked about Mary? When I first guided her to adjust her diet and add vitamins, many people around her were skeptical. Just a few vitamins, will that really make a difference? But the truth was very different. After 6 weeks, Mary came back to my office walking with steady steps, no longer clinging to her son for support. I still remember the look in her eyes, surprised, grateful, as if she had found herself again. What made her change so quickly? Let me share with you each piece of this health puzzle. 1. Calcium, the framework of freedom. I often tell my patients, your bones are not made of stone, they are like a bank. You withdraw calcium every day, and if you don't deposit enough back, that bank will run dry. One elderly gentleman came to me after a small fall in his kitchen, but it resulted in a hip fracture. Not because the fall was severe, but because his bones were too weak. We then added calcium through everyday foods, milk, cheese, kale, and even almonds that he loved. Combined with vitamin D, within a few months, his bone density improved significantly. He told me, "Doctor, now I'm no longer afraid to walk into my backyard." 2. Vitamin D, the gift of sunlight. I once asked a patient, when was the last time you felt the morning sun on your skin? He smiled, hesitated, and said, maybe 2 years ago. Sunlight doesn't just bring warmth, it helps your body produce vitamin D, which your bones and muscles crave. After age 60, our skin produces much less vitamin D, which is why many patients feel fatigued, unsteady, or even sore in their legs. I tell them just 15 minutes each morning, sitting on the porch and letting the sun touch your skin. Add an egg or a piece of salmon to your meal. These simple things can make your legs feel recharged with new energy. 3. Vitamin C, the thread that holds your joints together. Have you ever heard your knees crack when you stand up? Many of my patients complain that every step feels like a tight string pulling in my knees. That's a sign that the collagen in your joints is wearing down. Vitamin C is the raw material to rebuild that bridge. I once guided an elderly woman to drink a glass of fresh orange juice every morning and add a few strawberries or red bell peppers to her dinner. After a few months, she told me, now standing up and sitting down isn't torture anymore. So simple, yet such a powerful secret for keeping her legs moving smoothly. 4. Omega-3, the little flame that puts out silent inflammation. A veteran once shared with me, every morning my knees feel like they're being squeezed tight. That's the voice of inflammation, the silent enemy inside the body. When I added omega-3 into his diet, mackerel, salmon, chia seeds, walnuts, just a few weeks later, he came back smiling. I can play catch with my grandson again. 5. Magnesium, the hidden friend of muscles. Has anyone here ever woken up in the middle of the night with a painful leg cramp? Many of my older patients experience this. It's a reminder that your body is low in magnesium. Magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax smoothly, prevents cramps, and eases heavy legs. I often suggest my patients add leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, bananas, or even a little dark chocolate after dinner. One elderly woman told me after trying this, for the first time in years, I slept through the night without cramps waking me up. 6. Vitamin B12, the energy source for legs and memory. One of the most common deficiencies in people over 60 is B12. I remember an elderly man who told me, my legs feel so heavy and my mind feels foggy. Tests showed he was lacking vitamin B12. After adding it through diet, lean meat, fish, eggs, dairy, just a few months later, he was not only walking briskly again, but also speaking more clearly and thinking more sharply. B12 is like electricity, powering the nerves, helping your legs not just stay strong, but steady and precise with every step. B12 is like electricity, powering the nerves, helping your legs not just stay strong, but steady and precise with every step. By now, you might be thinking, are vitamins alone really enough? My answer is this. Vitamins are the foundation, but to make the house strong, you also need the right habits. First, quality sleep. The body truly heals only in deep sleep. Many of my patients noticed their leg strength improved after fixing their sleep, turning off screens earlier, keeping the room dark and quiet. Second, staying hydrated. It may sound simple, but when you're dehydrated, muscles and joints stiffen, dizziness sets in, and balance is lost. Just 6 to 8 glasses of water a day makes a real difference. Third, keeping the mind calm. I often tell my patients, sometimes shaky legs don't come from muscles, but from a restless mind. A morning meditation, or even just 10 minutes of deep breathing, can steady both the mind and the legs. You see, nothing here is too overwhelming. Sometimes it's just a handful of walnuts, a little morning sun, a glass of orange juice, a good night's sleep. These small things add up to something powerful. And the best part, it's never too late to start. I want you to ask yourself one more time, if just a few small changes could help me keep walking with confidence, would I do it? If your answer is yes, then congratulations. Your legs will never betray you again. So we've just taken a small journey together. From the story of weak, unsteady legs to the hope of renewal through the right nutrients and habits. I believe that when you truly listen to your body and give it what it needs, your body will always find a way to thank you. I want you to imagine this. One morning not far from now, you wake up, step out of bed, and feel your legs steady and light. You walk to the porch, take a deep breath of fresh morning air, and let the sunlight touch your skin. Then you smile, because you know you're still strong enough to walk in the park, to guide your grandchild across the street, to enjoy the simple joys you once thought were gone. I've seen these small miracles happen to hundreds of patients, and I truly believe they can happen for you too. Weak legs are not a life sentence. They're simply a reminder that it's time to give your body more love. Maybe you've heard plenty of advice, plenty of information, but remember, knowledge only has value when you act on it. Start today, just one small change. A glass of orange juice, a meal with more greens, a short walk outside, or a deeper night's sleep. Each small step adds up to greater freedom. And if you're hearing my words right now, I want you to whisper to yourself, I can still change. I can still be strong. Never believe that aging means the end. On the contrary, it can be the most beautiful stage. When we learn to treasure each step, each moment, and give our bodies the chance to come alive again. All of the vitamins and minerals mentioned above play an important role, especially after the age of 60. However, the dosage and method of use should be personalized based on health conditions, lifestyle, and diet. You should not take excessive amounts or combine too many without professional guidance. Listen to your body, have regular health checkups, and consult your doctor or a nutrition specialist to create a proper supplementation plan. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, share it with family or friends. It might be the gift that helps them regain their confidence. And don't forget to subscribe, because I have so many more stories and tips to share with you, all to help you live healthier, happier, and freer after 60. Thank you for sitting here with me and taking the time to listen. Take care of your legs, because they are the wings that carry you into the next chapters of your life. And I believe those chapters still hold many beautiful things waiting for you to write. I'll see you in the next video. And remember this, never stop walking forward.